So I think I'm going to plant some lettuce, or not lettuce, plant some spinach, some baby spinach. And I mean, it won't be ready till like the beginning of September, but I figure it's good to get some roots in the ground anyway, and do it in that half bed where I had carrots and I've harvested all of those. Got the F24 roller in, and as you can see, the spinach seed sits flush in the little divots. And this is what I am planting. 2 ounces before. Hopefully I didn't crisscross my little rows. Looks like I went through, about a half an ounce. I just pulled out a garlic. I did this probably a couple weeks ago. Little guy wasn't quite ready. So I'm gonna check this one and see if he's ready. Got some, some dead leaves on these guys. I don't know. He kind of looks ready. Okay, so he's got these big guys. So does that mean he's ready? Okay, garlic plants, say hello to the folks out there. I think that I'm gonna harvest this garlic because we were supposed to have some rain coming up, and I think at this point that if I left them in the ground, which maybe they need another week, they would get soggy and start splitting. And so I'm gonna harvest these guys. My little patch of garlic. And then the plan is to save all that until the fall, and then I hopefully have enough to plant a whole bed of garlic this year, and maybe be able to have enough garlic for the fandambly. That's the plan, folks. And just loosen this a little bit. Come on, buddy. Oh. Okay, I think I'm just gonna leave them like that and deal with them later. How are we gonna do this? Like that? Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go, folks. Oakley dokley do. Cleared out. And these are my little garlic friends. There they are. They've got some really nice big bulb buddies. So now I got to figure out where I'm going to put them. Where I'm going to store them for now. Ooh, pretty. So let the rain fall. So I've got the garlic underneath the eaves here, over by the fridges, and just sitting here drying and curing and whatever they do. After a week of sun, my orach is looking amazing. Cucumber greenhouse. Cucumbers. Cucumbers. Spinach. And it's already starting to pop up. Okay, so last week I cut these 2 rows of Salanova lettuce, and I needed more, so I cut 1 row right here. So today I'm going to cut this next row, and I will probably need more lettuce, so I'll be cutting 1 or 2 of these rows. So I am not getting very much green leaf out of this row here. It's about 30 heads per row of green, and usually that would fill a tub up like this really easily, but I've got a lot of, a lot of brown tips, mildew, slug and caterpillar damage. So moving over to the red, the critters haven't been bothering this quite so much, and so we'll see what I can get out of this row, which is about another 30 heads. So I was able to get more red. Definitely not hardly any caterpillar and slug damage in this row here. But I am having to work a lot harder to get lettuce out of these beds. I'm just like so hoping that I could just get through August. Okay, so I'm working in these 2 rows now, and this leaf is looking much nicer. This stuff hasn't sat out as long, since being cut. Oh my goodness, you guys, look. Little buddy. Mom's let little buddy come out in the open. Oh my goodness. Little body. Is he gonna go on top of the sand pile? Oh my goodness. Mama deer's over there pooping. Sorry, folks. Oh my goodness, you guys, this little body. Now, no telling which mama this is, but looks like we just got 1 baby. Hi, little buddy. Hi, little buddy. Oh my goodness. Hi, little buddy. Hi, silly. Hi, silly goose. Do you like the sand pile too? Okay. Oh my goodness. I really need to get back to cutting lettuce. Oh boy. Okay, I'll get back to cutting lettuce. Okay, so this is more what this should look like, a full tub after grabbing these 30 heads. And I was able to just pull the leaf and cut the whole thing off. But you can see there's mildew down there, which I'll come back and clean those up a little bit later. But that'll be easier to clean up. I didn't have any slug or caterpillar damage in here, so I'm just going to move on, get another tub, and grab this red row. So I'm sitting here figuring out, like, okay, how much lettuce mix do I need to make? Maybe I won't even cut the rest of that red in that row. Maybe I should go to chard. I need to go see how much chard I can get out of that bed first. Okay, dudes, you know what I forgot? That's all retail stuff. I need 3 pounds wholesale for restaurant. Okay, but I still think that I'm gonna go ahead and do the chard. Cut the chard next. Hey dudes! I am feeling much more optimistic after cutting that row of lettuce because I think maybe this stuff will grow back. It'll be decent. I can get this week and 3 more weeks squeaked out of it. So now I'm looking at the baby chard and what I can get out after I cut it really hard last week. So if I had to, all of this leaf is really nice. It grew back really nice. The color is really good. You know, it had been getting kind of like, you know, looking like this, you know, and I was really nervous, but it grew back really nice. I think I might skip this half and I'm just going to start working on this other half and see what I can get out of this. So I got this half bed of baby chard picked, and we ended up with a little bit of a shower, but that's nice. Watered in my spinach a little bit more. But yeah, so I think I've got probably, I don't know, what is that, 3 pounds or so of baby chard. I need to weigh it. But I think I might go ahead and do a little bit less chard in the lettuce mix this week, because it's been kind of looking pretty chardy. And so lettuce, baby chard, I got the orach last night. So that's all going to go into my lettuce mix. And so I may need to go ahead and, you know, grab this last row of red lettuce to get enough pounds into my lettuce mix. So I'll go ahead and do that. And it's going to be a long day probably, but I did already get my carrots out and washed yesterday, and I also got some of my green onions out and washed. So yeah. Okay, so it's about 2 1/3 pounds of my baby chard, and I've been normally doing 2 to 1 lettuce to baby chard, but I think I'm just going to put in mostly lettuce, a little bit of baby chard. So if I've got 15 pounds of lettuce, I need another, I'm just going to go ahead and grab that last 20-foot row of red Salanova. Red lettuce cut. I am not sure if that is going to be enough. Okay, so we have 9.53 pounds with the tub. And so, whoa, that gives me almost 5 pounds. All of the lettuce added together is just a little over 20 pounds, plus my chard. That gives me 23 pounds, and I need 23 pounds. And we're gonna roll with that. Oh, I've got some orach too. I've got to weigh my orach. Okay, so we've got 0.67 pounds of orach. Pretty. And so that is actually 10.72 minus, let's say, about a 2-ounce tub. 8.72 ounces of orach. There we go. Lettuce mix. And this is with a little bit less chard, but it still looks nice. I'm out here in the basil greenhouse getting the basil, and it's been so wet in here that I'm starting to get this leaf is starting to go cruddy. You can see it down here. So I need some sunshine. I need some dry weather. I'm harvesting parsley over in the corner here, and I am getting so much rot that it's killing some of my parsley plants. It's too wet, folks. At the other end of the garden here, I've got so much damage in this chard leaf. Like, just somebody's coming in here and just taking a bite out of everything. And I think it looks like caterpillar damage to me. And probably because these guys are right on the edge of the garden. I've already cut the good leaf, but just like, yeah, holes. I'm gonna have to come out here and check for the stuff, just ruining the leaf. And I don't know. I went through and checked the slugs. Yep. We've got caterpillars here. I mean, we've got some slugs, but they don't do that kind of damage. Caterpillar damage. I have to come out here and check it under my cardboard again. Okay, so I brought the garlic inside the house, and I'm gonna clean the dirt off the roots and maybe stash them inside the house. Oh boy, my spinach is coming up. More spinach is coming up. I'm going to the cucumber greenhouse. Do you remember these this batch of starts that I started as kind of an experiment? You know, I had started some basil and cucumber starts, and the transplant soil or whatever did not work very well. So this time I used some proper soil, and I still had problems. But I don't know, because I just abused them. Right, you know, I started them up at the house. They started to germinate. I was just like, okay, I'll get them down to the greenhouse. Then the greenhouse would get way too hot. I'd forget about them. I thought, oh shoot, the lettuce is too hot. I'd put them outside. Then I'd water them. I probably watered them too much, and I mean, it was just. And then they got too dry. So it's just been a disaster. It hasn't been a very good experiment. So I still don't know. Is there something wrong with my transplant soil? Is it really just the conditions that I'm growing them in? You know, I don't know. Anyway, what I'm going to do here is, with the few lettuces that did come up, I'm going to plant them over here where the cucumbers were supposed to go in the center row. And then I've just got, like 3 cucumbers that made it. You know, the other ones, it was the same problem. They'd come up and then they would just like die. They just wouldn't keep going. But I've got 3 that made it. And so I'm going to plant them over here on this end, just because it's not like they're going to produce cucumbers, but whatever, right? And then I think I'm just going to go out, clean up the lettuce that I harvested this week, and call it a week. I think that's everything. I'll see you guys next week.